Is there something within the culture, within the Somali culture, that makes some of them think that they're not black?
I don't care if I'm the first person to say this, but us Somalis are not black.
Videos like, oh, what race that you would not date, and they're like Somalis. I'm like, but we are black, so how can you?
Nowadays, Somalis identify as being Somali.
Wagwan, everybody. Welcome to our next episode of Talk the Things podcast. Today, we're going to be talking about something that might be considered a little controversial, but I don't care, bro. It's a discussion that's happening around the city and internationally. But because we have such a high population of these certain type of people that we're going to be talking about today in the city, it applies to us too. And I want to ask a question. Are Somalians black? Because I always thought they were, but it turns out they differ, and some of them don't believe that they are. We have a lot of them in Toronto here, and a lot of the Somalians them live in the west and downtown. Not much live in Scarborough. I realized growing up, I never seen much Somalians. Of course, you've seen them, but there was always more, like just ordinary black people. I guess you can see, and you're gonna see why I say that in the end of the podcast because there's actually a difference. But I wouldn't say ordinary black people. I'll say like West African descendant black people, like you come from Jamaica or whatever, and like black people. But there's a lot of people in Toronto that are actually famous that are Somalians. You see a lot of so there's even Somalian people that are in power. I don't know where it is exactly or if they're still in office, but I remember seeing a Somalian in power. So Somalian people in the city are known, and there's a big population of them. And like I said earlier, I always seen them as black, but I seen a video that came out with a man in Niagara Falls, I believe he lived, like in the Niagara region. And the man was basically saying that, what, I don't care whatever you guys say, Somalians aren't black. You might have seen that clip in the intro. I want to play you guys that full video, and then I'm going to come back with what the response to that was, because I have a lot more videos I want to go over. We're going to go into this topic today. So I'll be right back. You guys listen to this.
I don't care if I'm the first person to say this, but us Somalis are not black. There's a difference between African and black. Let me ask you a question. Are Moroccans and Egyptians black? Tradition, our history, our culture are so much more different compared to these other countries that are actually black. Josh Bill, if you're not black, what are you? I'm Somali. Let me ask you a question. If you were to see a very dark Indian man, would he be identified as a black person or just an Indian?
All right, so you guys just seen that video. Now, when the first thing when I seen that, of course you're gonna kind of get like ignorant. Like I was like, yo, bro, you see your fucking face? You don't see you look like Phineas from Phineas and Ferb? You think we want you to be black, or we're begging people to be on our side? Nobody wants you to be black, my guy. Like you're saying all that like we're begging you to be black. Nobody wants you to be black. But a lot of people had that kind of same response, and I'm gonna play you guys the next video of her response, and everybody's just having that same type of tone. Like, bro, nobody's begging for you to be black. Like, ooh, get the hell out of here, bro.
There's a difference between African and black.
Congratulations, your application has been granted. It was quite evident that you are very eager to separate yourself from the black community. And so we wish you all the best as you embark on this fight to fight white supremacy all on your own. I can assure you that it is relentless, unforgiving, and quite merciless. But for whatever reason, this is the hill that you have chosen to die on. So we can only wish you all the best, and we hope it was worth it.
All right, you guys just seeing that response, and there was much more, and it was just basically the exact same thing with different people saying the same thing. But going on to the second video, I want to talk about that actually happened to drop. The full interview dropped yesterday, which I didn't even know about. And I wound up seeing these clips on TikTok, so it's a good thing because it came out just in time. But the girl was talking to two youths and two Somalian youths. They're from the UK because it's a very big topic out there. This whole, are Somalians black or whatever it may be. That's a big topic out there. So I want to play you guys those two videos of her asking them like how they feel about that, where it kind of come from. Is there anything in Somalia that will make you guys feel that type of way towards like West African or black people? You're gonna hear me say black people. When I say black people, that's what I'm talking about. And they're gonna go about their whole thing. So I'm gonna play you guys those clips and I'm gonna be right back.
Is there something within the culture, within the Somali culture, that makes some of them think that they're not black?
Yeah, all of them are confused in terms of what they really are, because they'll switch up one day.
Yeah.
I've got uncles that say one day I'm black, see them next week I'm Arab. It makes no sense to me. But I don't know. I think maybe for people that were growing up in the early 2000s or maybe late 90s in the UK, maybe they wouldn't want to be identified as black because growing up it wasn't cool to be Somali. They were getting maybe abused for, you know, the head shape or certain things. Like that's what. Now I feel like the last 5, 6, 7 years it's cool to be Somali. If you go on TikTok, a lot of people are doing videos they're saying if I could be anything else, I'd want to be Somali, etc., etc. So maybe now it's like those people that are saying we're not black is because maybe they didn't fit in with the other people, with the black people. Sorry.
Are you speaking for yourself? Because you said you're not black.
No. I'm saying maybe that's why. Because
other people.
Maybe that's why there's confusion.
Okay.
Because they have that thought, as in like you didn't want to know us back then, but now you wanna claim us because we're popping, you know.
So obviously you went viral for speaking about the ethnicity of Somalis, and you basically saying you're tired of them saying they're not black. What led you to make this video?
It's because I was having an argument with my friend, and we were arguing about if Somalis are black. And my Somali friend was like, he wasn't even budging. He was saying, yeah, I'm not black, I'm Somali. Like, you can be whatever you want, ratata. Obviously, I thought, you know what, I'm tired of this. Let me bring this TikTok. Let me get likes. Let me get views. You know what I'm saying? I swear to you, that's my honest opinion.
Yeah. I wanna touch on what you just said. He said, I'm not black, I'm Somali.
Yes.
So is Somali like a different race?
I think it is now. I think nowadays Somalis identify as being Somali. And I feel like that's something we need to change. As a Somali, I feel like we're black. I feel like we should be proud of being black.
Yeah.
And I think we should just support each other. Respect.
I can't take you seriously.
I'm being serious.
But no, okay, I understand, but I just don't, like, it's really confusing to me, all jokes aside, like how you can say I'm not black, I'm Somali. Like it's its own standalone thing. Did he go into depth? Did he explain what he actually meant by that?
If I was to explain what he said, it wouldn't be.
He'll get cancelled.
I'd get cancelled.
Oh wow.
I'd get cancelled if I said what he said.
Okay.
But he said things about just he doesn't like being black, or he doesn't want to be known as being black.
What's the negative connotation with being black?
He thinks black is a character. That's what he thinks. That's what he was saying to me.
And what's the black character?
No, he said black was a behavior.
Black was a behavior. That's what he said.
That's what he said.
So what's the black behavior?
It was, I don't know, it was very insulting. He said that
He was
black
with
is
me.
a behavior. He said it's like, it didn't make sense. That's why he done that video, because it don't make sense. How can black be a behavior? How can it be a character? So that's all. Even when what he was saying didn't make sense.
Yeah.
So that's why we just said, you know what? You can keep your opinions.
Did you receive backlash from that video?
Did I receive backlash? Absolutely, I received backlash. Some Somali people thought I was confused, but obviously, you know me. The video wasn't made it was made specifically for Somalis, but I don't speak for every Somali person. You get?
Yeah.
The backlash only made me stronger, and it only made me believe that I was more black. I'm blacker than ever.
All right, so you guys just seen that, and you know, like they're saying that nowadays time people are claiming, like the Somalians them aren't saying they're black. If you ask them, they're gonna say that they're Somali. But there's a next video that I want to play you guys, and this video actually makes a lot of sense to me because she's explaining that, you know, you can say that you're Somali or whatever, but it's just that Somalis are a different type of black. They come from a different ethnic group of black, and she's gonna go into all of it, and it made a lot of sense to me. So I'm gonna play you guys that, and then I'm gonna be right back.
Videos like, oh, what race that you would not date, and they're like Somalis. I'm like, but we are black, so how can you?
Do you know what's deep though? Should I tell you why that is though? Because you see, like with black ancestry, yeah, if we go back in history, there's like literally more or less two lineages, which is like Shem and Ham. Yeah. So it's like this is like prophetic. So obviously they're both black, but they're just different types of black. Yeah. Because it's like cousins. Yeah, do you know what I mean? So like when you go towards West Africa, obviously their features are slightly different to like East Africa because there's just two different lineages. So when like Jamaicans or Nigerians are like, oh, you lot ain't black, it's like, you ain't are black. That's what they're trying to say. It's like, you're not, do you know what I mean?
You're not black.
Yeah, like when you look at Sudanese people, you know, they it's just a different type of look. So obviously that's why they just see it as, nah, you're not.
All right, so you guys just heard that video. Now I wanted to get onto my thoughts about this. You guys see what they think and what people are saying. I gave you guys both sides of the man saying that Somalians aren't black, and then the people saying that Somalis are black, and why there's kind of that question even going around about it. But my first thing is that in Toronto, growing up and whatever, I always just thought that Somalians were black, like a different shade of black. I don't even want to say a different shade of black, but say people come from different tribe, you come from different parts of the earth. People are not gonna all look the same, but you're gonna be like of the same race. Like they're clearly black people. That's just how I seen it. Yeah, they have different kind of hair and all that goes down to ancestry. Who their ancestor mixed with, why East African people look a certain way compared to how West African people look, just like how North African people look like Arab. Well, because they were not, I don't know if you want to say conqueror, but they were like colonized by Arab, North Africa. I see in something, and I don't know how true this is. I tried to look at my research, but I couldn't find much. Where they were saying that East Africans were the black people that mixed and were mixing with Indians, basically, and that's why they have that certain tone and that certain hair, because that they mixed with the Indian descendant them, and they were, black people that mixed, and it created this East African look. It created the East African tribe them. We don't know once again how true that is, but that's just what I seen. I just always thought that they were a different type of black. I really never knew that some of them saw themselves as something completely different. Some of them were identifying as our Arab. Like Sudanese people, I heard even do that. South Sudanese people, or I believe it was South Sudanese, say that they're Arab, that they're not black people, and I never knew that they thought that way of themselves. I mean, that's crazy because their skin is clearly black. I mean, when you ask people them race, we are asked like the color of your skin, but I realized that that's not how it is everywhere in the world. Not everywhere. Like even in South Africa, how they say like we would just call a girl a light skinned black girl, but they would say that she's a color. That they have a whole different thing. So it's just different comparing to where you are. To be honest, I thought they were just Muslim black people. That's all I thought it was. But you see, us black people, we have a habit. And a lot of people might not agree with this, but we have a habit of trying to claim everybody as black. He's black. Oh, you black. Oh, he's black. Oh, that person's black. Not everybody is black, bro. Like you can be something else. Like even how they fight the Dominicans, them because the Dominican them claim to them no black. Like, bro, stop begging for everybody to be black. If they don't want to be black, then they don't want to be black. Like if the white man look at them and see a black person, and they look at themselves and don't see a black person, who the hell cares? I know, say I'm black. I'm not running down like people. You have to stop begging people to be black. I realize a lot of black people do that, especially the Americans. Them like, bro, stop begging everybody to be black. But I seen a comment that I wanted to read out to you guys. I screenshotted it because it makes a lot of sense to me, and this is honestly how I feel too. And it's true. Like, that's exactly what I was saying in the beginning of the podcast. That's just how I thought it was. But, everybody can identify as what they want to nowadays. It's 2024, but you can call yourself a tree if you want to call yourself the tree. So, you guys let me know what you think about this episode down below. Let me know what you have to say and what you think. If you're Somalian, let me know what you identify as. If you can understand what I'm saying, let me know, bro. Let's talk about it. And we'll talk next time.